Star Wars fan and who is Star Trek fan? Should we do a poll? And there can be no both. There can be no both. Okay? I know that Kitty is always like, don't make me choose. No, you have to choose. You have to choose. And I want to hear y'all opinion, like what your thing is. The Expanse is an amazing series. Alex really likes it. I don't think I'm a fan of like space dramas like that, honestly. The only space stuff I like is space horror. Maybe that's why I like Grievous Bodily Harm. Whatever his name is. Maybe that's why I like him. Because he's a scary guy. He's a scary guy. So, not gonna choose. You have to choose. You gotta choose. It is dense. You read all the books and watched the show. What do you think about the show compared to the books? Something controversial here. Star Wars is technically not sci-fi. Is it not though? Is it not? I feel like that's splitting hairs, really. Oh, that's very hair splitty. And I'm not a big fan of split ends, you know? Was Discording, what's the poll? Someone else got it? Do they? Do they? Do you like Star Wars or Star Trek? No in between. No middle poll. No middle option. You are either Star Trek or Star Wars. That's what I want the poll to be. You must choose. You must choose. You must choose. Star Wars is ingrained in my being, but Star Trek for cultural effect. You have to pick one. You gotta pick one. Not a big fan of either. Not a big fan of either. Hang on. I think this is... I think I'm getting there. Kick him out again. 3. Wake up in bed in the morning. Alright, here we go. I got no rules, I'll count them. Alright, there we go. Star Wars is a colonialist fantasy. Is it? Show was great, they did a great job. Expanse is a healthy dose of horror. Yeah, but that's like people horror, you know? Like it's complicated. It's complicated. It's like I gotta wade through all the boring shit, and I don't. No. And there was this one scene that I was watching where like a cute animal dies, and I was like, no, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. No. 5-minute poll, guys. Making you choose. It's a space opera, basically a sword and sorcery space setting. Damsel in distress saves the world universe from evil dark wizard. Still think it's sci-fi. Still feels sci-fi to me. It's the vibe. This is the vibe of the thing. 5-minute poll, guys. Vote now, and we'll see which one ends up winning. Star Trek or Star Wars. You can only pick one. You can only pick one. Alright. Okay, I'm sewing this dart in. Hopefully that's the last dart I have to friggin' finagle here. Alright. The last dart I have to finagle. Star Trek! Vote in the poll! Do it! Do it! Can't it be that and still sci-fi? I thought a lot of sci-fi books are just colonial wars fantasy, Final Frontier and all. I don't think, like, I'm not a purist about this. I think it can be multiple things, you know? I think it can absolutely be multiple things. You know, like how you can have rom-coms, right? Like, you can have a rom-com, which is a romantic comedy. It doesn't have to be one or the other, you know? Over Battlestar Galactica. Mate, I really actually liked Battlestar Galactica. I remember watching that as a kid. That I liked. That I liked. That one in particular. Highlander is only one. Wait, what? I've literally heard X-Men called a space opera, so that genre is very... Why would X-Men be called a space opera? That doesn't make any sense. Why would that be a space opera? You do have a nerd show? Yeah, but I mean, like, when I was a child, I watched Battlestar Galactica. I haven't watched it in, like, maybe 15 years, so I don't think it counts. I don't think it counts anymore, like, something that I watched, like, 15 to 20 years ago. You know? I was very small when I watched it. Spaceballs is basically both. Oh my god. Did Jamie watch original Battlestar Galactica? Ooh, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I remember being like 12 or something and just kind of like, it was on TV and then I would just like put it on and watch it. I don't remember. It seemed fairly modern. I don't know. What did I know then? I was 12. Alright. Here are my shoulder darts. That should work. It's very much an opera and a chunk of it is in space. Is a chunk of X-Men in space though? Is it? What part of X-Men is in space? What part of X-Men is in space? I can't think of a single time when they were in space in X-Men. What part of it is in space? What part? The aliens? There were aliens? There were aliens in X-Men? Seriously? Seriously? There were aliens in X-Men? Really? 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 Oh no, Debbie's making us choose. Looks like Star Wars is coming up out ahead. And Kitty has done it like explicitly neither. No, neither. No, neither. You failed me, Kitty. You failed me. I wanted to force them to pick. You failed me. I'm removing your sword from you. How could you fail me so grievously? How could you do that, Kitty? Means Sharknado was a space opera, right? Right? That makes sense. Because that totally, because there was some space, right? I would love to watch Sharknado again. That was such a good movie. Said I couldn't choose both. Neither is not both. Failed me. Failed me. Technically, we're all in space. That makes everything a space opera, right, Shredder? Right? Right? How's everyone? Not bad. How are you going? Deadly. I'm going to call you Deadly. You are such a naughty, naughty little sausage. You are a naughty little sausage. How are you going today? Good night, everyone. No worries. See you later, Kiki. Have a good one. Thank you so much for popping in and thank you for buying a mug from me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I'll always remember and I'll always I'll think about it fondly and smile to myself. Because, you know, I'm just very excited about it. Okay. Some dickhead tied Star Trek and neither. Absolute jerk. Original Battlestar Galactica is from 78 to 79. I don't know if I watched that. I don't think I watched that. I go by DD. But there's 3Ds. Wouldn't you go by DDD? Wouldn't you go by DDD? There's 3Ds in there. I will of course call you whatever you feel like though. Not that though. You know. Star Trek and neither tied. Terrible. I'm banning Kitty. I'm unmodding Kitty forever. Never gonna see her again. So it looks like people don't even like Star Wars that much. Did I pick the wrong fandom to jump on? Maybe I should have picked something else. Maybe I should have picked something else. I obviously picked the wrong fandom to jump on. Just my luck. Just my luck. Alright. I have no idea how I'm going to get into this dress, by the way. It's not stretchy, and I have no idea how I'm going to get into this dress. And I still don't know how I'm going to use it. I'm going to have to research that tonight, I think. Because tomorrow, I'm hoping to finish the dress. And I'm not even close to finishing the bodice right now. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even a small amount. Not even a small amount. Right? 3D. That's right, I call you 3D. Ah, no, you love me too much. Love is blind. You can do another nerdy dress later. There's not even any Star Trek fabric in my store, unfortunately. I think someone has a bias at the company. I think someone has a bias. Because there's definitely not any Star Wars fabric there. Star Trek fabric there. Can't even find it. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and sew this up one thingy. And then I don't know how I'm going to do this. Several steps at one time. Okay, I'll see. I'll see how this is done. Too young for original Battlestar Galactica. The problem with what I saw, A-Team before that one, and Face Dirkbag was also Oh, Battlestar Galactica. I couldn't see the role of a space fighter pilot. Oh, okay, I see. Star Wars just overdone like Marvel. Here's a TV series, give us a break. Hey, Alex loves The Mandalorian. And as we all know, Alex invented the Baby Yoda character. So, you know, he invented the Baby Yoda character. So basically, you know, have a very soft spot for him. Very soft spot for him in that movie, TV series thing, you know. All you need is a red dress and a patch or a detachable pin. That's the beauty. Oh, that's the beauty of Star Trek. Ah, okay. Can it be a sailor dress though? Can it be a sailor dress? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be going over this like quite a few times. Okay. So I'm gonna be sewing the collar on in one fell swoop. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to follow the stitching, okay? Just have to make sure that these two are lined up. Okay. They're kind of lined up. They're kind of lined up. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right. So I'm going to stitch all the way around the collar. Wish me luck, guys. This can be white. It's fine. It's all right. This part can be white. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go all the way around. Let's see how we go. Star Wars had a good cohesive universe until Disney got their hands on it. So much good material gone to waste. What happened? Like, why is it bad now? Why is it bad now? I don't even look. I can't follow the any of the universe stuff. None of it makes sense to me. None of it. I think it's just because I'm a blooming simpleton, but I absolutely cannot follow Star Wars at all. There's too much going on. It's too political. And I don't mean political like when like right-wing people are just kind of like, oh, go woke, go broke sort of thing. I mean like there's just so much like of like the law and politics to kind of wrap your head around. I just don't understand any of it, you know. That's just, yeah. I think I'm a simpleton. I think I'm a simpleton. I think I am. Alright. Oh shit. Okay, here I go. Here I go. I'm too over dramatic about Star Wars. No apologies. It's all good. Star Trek sailor dress? Yes. Disney destroyed it? Why did Disney destroy it? I don't understand. What did they do to it? Firstly, because the original trio dies grisly deaths in the Disney version. Oh, so you just don't like the fact that they died. Is that it? Is that it? Like a Game of Thrones situation where everyone dies. Just watching Game of Thrones was like absolutely horrible. I just felt really uncomfortable with watching Game of Thrones with Alex, honestly. Alright, I'm going to sew until here. And I'm going to do a back stitch. And then I'm going to skip over this because I don't know how I want to sew this together. That's my main concern right now. I do not know how I want to sew this. So I'm going to sew that like that. Okay. Like the original one with the books and comics, they lived happily ever after and everyone got married. Oh, I mean, I feel like they had to just retire the actors somehow and keep the series going, if that makes sense. Because I mean, like, they can't live forever. It was so weird that they had like a CGI Leia though, because she died before the completion of Star Wars. They had like a CGI version of her. Very, very uncanny. Very, very strange. Amazing that they can just do that nowadays, you know, if an actor dies, they can just sub them in. Actually, kind of sad news, the one of the judges on MasterChef died lately. Like, he was apparently battling colon cancer for like the last 2 years and nobody knew about it. I mean, obviously family did, but nobody else knew about it. And he just passed away in his hotel room at like 43 years old, which is bonkers. They just found him deceased. It was just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And so they'd already filmed the latest season, so they now had to make the decision of like, oh, are we going to actually have to like cancel this, like out of respect, like, or are we just going to continue with it? Bonkers. Took his own life? Are you sure he took his own life? Are you sure? I could have sworn, because everyone was just kind of like, yeah, he died of colon cancer. I was like, what? Like, that seemed like a sudden death to me. Plus nothing from the original fight actually mattered, and it was a waste. Makes me say, oh, right. Okay, fair. Yeah, that's a little bit of a letdown. It's, you know, how are they going to extend the series if the main baddie dies, right? Which one? Mandy and I just started the Australian series. The Australian series, Kitty. So you won't have to like worry about it. Is the Aussie series. Jock Zonfrillo, as I think his name was. Jock Zonfrillo, I think his name was. I'm just sewing this together. Oh, actually, not to that. Because I still need to get the bloody lining done. The lining is done in kind of a semi-complicated manner. This is why I can't sell my patterns, because this is just, there's no intuitive way to describe what I'm trying to do here. It's so I can fold the lining up, yo. That's pretty much it. His wife wanted to move overseas, which I guess meant leaving behind everything he created in Australia, plus being ill. Ooh, jeez. I had no idea. I honestly had no idea. They didn't mention it. They were just like, you know, found deceased in a hotel room, and I was like, oh crap, you know. And it was like, oh, he had, you know, cancer, and like, yeah, they never link these things together. They never link these things together. Otherwise I wouldn't have mentioned it. Eesh. I feel bad. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Oh, this fits perfectly. This works perfectly. Okay. So, I gotta sew this in like that so that the collar is kind of wedged in between these two layers. But I also need to sew in the outer lining on top of this so I can have like a nice turnout, right? So, like this. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Alright. So, right sides together. That's gonna be put on here. I've completely killed the mood. Apologies, guys. Apologies. Alright. Okay, is that how I want to? Yep, that's how I want to do it. Okay. So, what I need to do is I need to sew from one thing, from one... Oh my god, there's like 4 layers here to contend with. I need to sew from one side up, all the way across to the other side. Like that. Time for a coin flip! Alright, let's do that. What's for lunch today? I don't think I have lunch today. Just because it's like, it's already like so late. I don't think I'm going to have lunch today. Don't think I'm going to be able to have lunch today. It's already so late. And I'm determined to finish the bodice of this dress. I only have a little bit more to go, to be fair. Okay, so I'm not just like staying here willy-nilly. I do have a little bit more to go. Maybe about half an hour worth. Depends on how many distractions we get in that time. But Alex made a really yummy quiche. Made a really yummy quiche a few nights ago. It's got like eggs and cheese and zucchini and sweet potato. And I keep not putting enough flour in it. How much flour do you... How do you know how much flour to put in a freaking quiche? Because it's like... ingredient sizes can vary so much, and I feel like mine always turns out like too wet, you know? It doesn't set properly. Anyway, so much information there. It's 1:40. I know, but I'm not going to be finished streaming for a while, Sarah. I'm not going to be finished streaming for a while, so I can't just like duck off. Can't just duck off. Tell Alex to bring you something. You can eat and stream. You really can't. You put flour in quiche. It's not really a quiche, it's more of a slice. Like, it's meant to rise and stuff, you know? It's meant to rise and stuff. It also doesn't have a crust on it, so I guess it's not even really a quiche. It's more of a slice. It's more of a slice. Let's call it a slice. Right? Alright, okay. So, not gonna do that side. I have to remind myself. So, I'm gonna sew in. I should have started on the other side. Why didn't I start on the other side? Crap. I hate this. I'm gonna have to put all of the bulk of the stuff in here. No. Okay, I'm gonna unclip this. Gonna unclip this. And then I'm going to place it on the other side so that, I can sew. Right? Mukbang! It's been a long time since I made quiche. Yeah, I'm doing like a slice recipe sort of thing. Nice little slice recipe with some fake bacon. We found like another supplier of fake bacon, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I'm so salty that Veef has given up their like they're not producing their bacon products anymore, and I'm really salty about it because it was like such good bacon replacement. And we put it in, I kid you not, we put it in everywhere. Everywhere. We put it in everywhere. And it was fantastic.